Now I'm going to add a picture and I'll show you how to use your mask and your selection tool. So I'm going to go File, Place. Something I'm going to show you is how to invert your selection, which is really cool. And I'm also going to show you how to use your navigator panel, which is also helpful for getting very small details edited. So navigator panel, here you go.
Here's my navigator panel, and if I move this cursor inward, closer to the little mountain triangles, you'll see this little proxy window. Wherever I move it is where I'm zooming over. I like this better than the zoom tool. It's just a whole lot easier in my opinion. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit outward from this picture. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm done with you. And I'm going to grab the quick selection because that's my favorite. And then I'm going to go add to selection. Now obviously I don't want to add the background, but that's going to be the easiest for me to select. So I'm just going to go and select the background, select it over here, make this smaller, select it right here, right here, right here. Okay, now I got most of my body. I don't want that. I'm going to go to minus my face. Make sure I get my lightsaber. Can't forget that. And grab all of this good stuff right here. And right here and right here. Ta-da! Okay, so if I go to Refine Edge, I'm not going to see me anymore. Since I added the whole background, I'm going to need to click Shift, Command, I. That'll invert my selection so that my Subtract From becomes my Add To. Then I'm going to go to Refine Edge, and everything's selected. Go to Refine Edge, and if I can, grab a few details without it messing up completely. Good. Same thing right here.
So if you notice in my picture, I still have a couple of bars that I can still see. That's okay, I can cover that up with my mask. So I'm going to click on this layer with me in it, and then I'm going to grab my mask, grab black, because white is showing you everything on this layer, which is me and these two bars. I want to cover up these two bars, but I'm going to do that with black. You have to make sure you are on the masking icon. If you're on the actual picture icon, you're just going to paint with black, which you can always get black and white back to your swatch panels right here, just by clicking it. You have the toggle arrow, you have X to turn it black and white. I'll get off X to turn it black and white, and there you go. I'm going to choose black, grab my paintbrush, increase my brush size. This is happening because I'm on the wrong icon. So I'm going to go back, my history panel, click on my mask icon, and then start erasing. Up here too. Grab my move tool with V. Use your shortcuts. V is my shortcut for the move tool. B is my shortcut for the brush. And there you go. So back to my move tool, taking it. I can either move myself down here, but then I'm going to block all the writing. I can always put myself behind all of these layers, possibly move myself upward, behind, face sticking out. But then that's also very hard to read, and it kind of distracts from my whole Star Wars opening sequence theme. See these show transform controls? That helps me increase and decrease the size of my picture. It's very helpful, and you get that whenever you choose a move tool. You'll see them on the options bar with the move tool selected. However, when I want to look at my picture the way it's going to look whenever it's finished, I want to see it without the transform controls.
Now I don't want it to cover me, of course, so I'm going to put me, after I transform it, I'm going to put me above it. Remember to organize your layers. Your layers are like layers of transparent paper. There's one lying on top of another on top of another. So if one's on the top, it's the layer covering the bottom. So if you lose something, that's probably why. You probably just need to rearrange your layers.
Now that I have the galaxy layer in, I'm going to show you something that's really cool that you can use on any layer. Instead of having to change the transparency with the paintbrush and then decreasing the opacity up here, you can just increase opacity of the whole layer. This is really good for whenever you stack layers. Then I'm going to add an adjustment to it just to kind of bring out the colors of these stars a little bit and make it a little bit more cool. Let me go to adjustments right here. These are all of your adjustments options. You have brightness and contrast, hue and saturation. It's mostly what I'm going to be working with. So real quick, brightness and contrast. You can make it Now I'm done with adjustments. Back to my layers. So in my layers now you can see where I made those changes. I have brightness and contrast right here and hue and saturation right here. Fortunately I have them right above my galaxy picture, so that's the only thing it changed. Notice that if I put the hue and saturation up higher above all of the text, it changes the text. I don't want to do that. In this case, it landed perfectly right where I needed it. So it's in between the galaxy layer and the actual text layer so that none of the text layers are affected.
If I wanted to cover up any part of these hue and saturation layers, notice it comes with a mask already. So I can just grab the black paintbrush and I can start getting rid of some of these changes. And you can kind of see what it's doing right there. I don't want to do that, however, because I like what I did. That's about all I have for you as far as this tutorial goes. You can, like I said, make this poster your own. Make sure that it's relevant to your audience, which in this case is a bunch of high schoolers. So make sure it's something that they're going to be interested in looking at. If you have any questions, please let me know. As far as this project goes, these are all the tools you're going to need in order to pass and make a good grade. So